7-game winning streak comes to a close tonight as the Morehead City Fish Tacos lost to the Peninsula Pilots 7-5. Lance Williams here alongside Christian Doms, Trey Keenis. Trey, it was 1-0 Fish Tacos till the top of the 5th inning where the Pilots, they scored 5 runs, all unearned. What went wrong in that frame?
I think it was some of those bad habits we saw from the last week in that losing streak, Lance, just kind of fruition up in that point, and quite frankly, that was all that was wrote in that 5th inning. 5 runs, none of them earned, 2 errors in part of that. So I look back at that inning alone and just say, that's a team that we saw tonight that lost 4 games in a row. That wasn't a team that had won 7 games in a row. And so you've seen now this team kind of come out tonight and struggle the way that they did. I think all in all, it's a great learning experience because you understand that, hey, we obviously know what we can reach, and the ceiling's pretty high for this group. We also know that this Peninsula team has our number, and we're not going to get out of the East if we can't knock them off at some point this season. So that's twice now that Morehead City has fallen to this Pilots group. That's truly a tough out. So I think for them, it comes down to control they control we talked about tonight, fielding and executing at the plate. Give credit to Cole Kuntz tonight, though. He was sharp on the mound, 5 1/3 with 2 strikeouts, and that run he gave up was unearned. So it was both sides, struggles in the field, and the pitching of the Pilots was lights out tonight for that first 6 innings.
Yeah, once again, this game was for sole possession of first place in the East Division, and it's now in the hands of the Pilots. Troy mentioned Kuntz, the starting pitcher for Peninsula. The Fish Tacos, they had just 1 run until the 7th inning. Christian, why did the offense struggle early on?
Well, it was really, going back to what you said about Kuntz, 5 1/3 inning. That's the longest outing he's had this entire season for the Pilots. And it was really just a matter of him controlling and placing pitches in the zone, sequencing. And that was really the thing. Not a ton of strikeouts from the Pilots tonight, but it was really more so just the Fish Tacos not really being able to get a good barrel on the ball. And that's something we saw Morehead City struggle with last time out against the Holly Springs Salamanders, albeit they still won that game 1-0. But when you're going up against an offense like Peninsula that can attack you in so many different ways, 2 home runs, one of them being from Chris Martinez, who has really stepped it up for Peninsula in these last few games. 2nd straight game now, he's had 3 or more hits in the game. Not much you can really do if you're Morehead City.
Yeah, tough offense that they were paired up against. The Peninsula Pilots first in the CPL in home runs entering this game, and they added 2 more to their total. Trey, Morehead City, they have a day off tomorrow. Then on Thursday, they look ahead to the 5th edition of the Chum Bucket Challenge. They'll be facing the Wilmington Sharks. What do you expect in that game?
This is the most familiar opponent they'll face all season, guys. They're going to end up facing off against them 11 times, this being the 5th time, as you noted, Lance. The good thing for them is they've had recent success, right? They're 3-1 against them this season. Last time they played at the Rock, Morehead City dominated that contest, winning 11-2. So we look at tonight's game, and I think what we can learn from is the fielding needs to be cleaned up, and you have to execute at the plate. And that's something that Morehead City was able to do last time they played against Wilmington. So I think it's pretty key. Do what you've been doing over the course of this season when you faced off against the Sharks, and good things will happen. But once again, this team has a lot to learn from and a great opportunity to regroup with the off day tomorrow. So regroup, reset, and get things back on track on Thursday.
Yeah, tough loss tonight for the Fish Tacos, but yes, on Thursday, the 5th meeting between Wilmington and Morehead City. The Marlins, they've shut out the Sharks twice this season, winning 3 of the 4 thus far. That game will have first pitch at 6:30. You can listen and watch on Flow Sports. But that'll do it from tonight here at Big Rock Stadium.